Thank you, Saneesh. Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. It's my pleasure.
How are you? How's life?
It's good actually. Going on well.
How's pandemic going through?
Pandemic was not much affected actually, because in between there was a lot of projects, so it's never affected for me actually.
Affected for you?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Because most of the people, they don't have work or job, anything, but by the grace of God, there was work. So listen, even if when I was sitting at home also, I was working.
Yeah. Okay. So before going on the conversation, let's start from your short introduction.
Okay. Basically, I'm a designer.
Mm-hmm.
Then art director and production designer. That's 3 roles I was working last 32 years in the advertising field.
Mm-hmm.
When I started my career in India, it's like 96. So that time there was no computer.
Mm-hmm.
So as a designer, it was not called designer actually.
I mean, 96, 95, there is a computer, but not in the...
There was computer some places, but in Kerala, most of the agencies, they are doing work manually. Because even if you work on the computer also, there was a lot of problems in the pre-production and all, because that much facility was not there. So what we do is, this we'll do this typography and all. There's a photo typesetting.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will paste on the board. Then the rest of the things we will draw it.
Everything is manual.
Everything is manual. Spray gun. There's a small spray brush and all. So we used to do that.
That then, we call it that. Is that one the offset print?
No. That is printing.
Okay.
I am talking about we are preparing artwork for printing.
Okay.
So first we have to make a artwork. Then it will go to the pre-press. Then they will make the separate films for films, CMYK. Okay. Then it goes to the press. It was like that. Now there is no film. It's a directed printing on the plate. So that is offset printing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So offset print is the latest one or what?
No. Offset printing was from there, so many years. Because most of this color printing, they were using offset. Still, offset is there. The brochure, leaflet, labels, whatever you want to print, offset only. There's other screen printing and all, because that is a different method.
So nowadays we can use RGB color as well, right? Print for printing or no?
Yes.
But before it was not. It was only CMYK.
The RGB printing is coming new now actually. Because RGB, the problem is there is no black. And the colors are vibrant. So mostly using for digital media, not print media. Say RGB is for digital media and CMYK for print media.
Okay.
Yeah, but some people, they start printing on RGB mode now.
That's why.
Yeah, because I heard somewhere in the Singapore or somewhere, start printing on RGB. I don't know whether this news is correct.
No, I also heard the same that.
Yeah, I read an article. Yeah, but it's from the Google, so maybe it's possible.
So you started your career as a designer. I mean, in this sector in 1996.
Yeah.
Okay. So how was the situation at that time, like for to work as a designer?
That time also it was very competitive. Yeah, because one of my family friend, he was working in an art director in an agency. So he only brought me in this field. So one day he told me one of my friend is starting a new agency. They are looking for a designer. So I am very junior. I just pass out my drawing and painting and all. So he asked me to go and join there. So then I learned from him basically. Then
Can you move a little bit up your mic? A little bit up. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you started your career in the manual, from the manual or from the
from the
computer?
manual.
Okay. How long did you work in that time?
Just 1.5 years. Then everything moved to the system.
Okay. So before starting this, the designing things in computer, you already know about computer before, or you?
No. I learned computer after that actually, because we forcefully learned this. Otherwise, no way. Because that time, there's so many people. They were out from this field, and the new people also come in this field. Because so many people couldn't, learn this new technology and all. So they were out from the field.
Okay. So can you tell me some story about your things, like how did you start? How did you learn this computer things? Yeah.
First, I learned PageMaker. PageMaker is just a typesetting tool, and we can do some small kind of layouts actually. Then CorelDRAW came, so we learned CorelDRAW. The CorelDRAW is more we need to do some drawings, logos, illustrations, and that kind of stuff. Then after that, Photoshop. Then when Photoshop comes, it's then forcefully we learn Illustrator. Then Illustrator, Photoshop. The CorelDRAW and PageMaker was out. Then after some times, the QuarkXPress was there. QuarkXPress for QuarkXPress.
Okay.
Yeah, QuarkXPress for a page setting tool. So the magazine, booklet.
So in replacement of PageMaker, or
yeah, it kind of. Then the QuarkXPress was, it's supporting Arabic and all. So
okay,
it was a nice tool actually. Then after that, InDesign came. So QuarkXPress was out.
Okay.
Then everything come to one platform, Adobe, Illustrator, Photoshop and all. Then we start using all these three for printing. Print-based designing and all. We are using that one actually. Then in between some other softwares also there, like
there was software one called Freehand. Yeah, that's what I was about
to
talk. Freehand.
Yeah, Freehand also, it was a popular software. But when this Illustrator come, all the designers moved to Illustrator. So Illustrator is much easy, and whatever we need to draw, is possible.
So nowadays people are using Illustrator.
For,
almost of everything.
Yes. Without Illustrator, no designers. It's like that now.
Okay.
And still some areas like India, basically Kerala, so many designers are using CorelDRAW till now.
Yeah. Still using CorelDRAW.
Still using CorelDRAW. Yeah. CorelDRAW is also a good tool actually. But because of this Adobe package, so Illustrator is much easier, and we can use it. One package we can use all the software.
Okay. So how long did you work in India as a designer?
I was there in 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after 4 years, you moved to
Dubai. Yeah.
So Dubai is the first foreign country that you work?
Yes.
So you're still here? Or
still
you
here.
work somewhere else?
When I came to Dubai, I don't have any friend here, no relatives. Even anything happened, I don't have any phone number to call anyone.
When it was?
It's 99.
1999?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a visa because I got a phone call from here. Then it was a phone interview.
You applied here?
No, because through one of my friend, he recommended me. So they did a phone interview. Then after some times they sent the visa. Then I sent the portfolio here. They checked everything and they said it's fine. So send the passport copy. Then we will apply your visa. Then after that, there was no news. Then after 2 weeks, they said, visa is ready. You have to come immediately. It's like that. So I don't know anyone here that time. Only the guy who called me, I have his number.
Do you have still contact with that guy?
Yes. He is very nice person. He have some other businesses also.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, I was working as an art director there. Then 2 years after that, I met one Mr. Shaji. He was a creative director in big companies in India. Okay. And he is my best friend's father also. So he taught me what is production design. He said there is something in between. It's a production design. It's more technical actually. So we need to learn more about the technical stuff, how to do it, and so you just learn that one. Then I came to production design.
Okay, so you now the topic is there. So can you explain, like, maybe some people, they don't know, like, what is production design? What is like a graphics design? Like, there is different terms, right?
Yeah, there's a different term.
How do you describe it?
Basically, all designing only, all under design only. But the production design mainly, these exhibition stands, POP displays. POP displays.
No.
If you want to promote some product.
Okay.
Like if you have a shampoo, for example. So if you need to promote the product in the supermarket or anywhere in the shop, you will make a counter display, one particular display, and you will keep your product there. So people, when the customers comes, it will attract the product.
Okay.
Like that stand also there. And even if you go to this one, you can see exhibition stand or kiosk, whatever. And this kind of designing and production. So
it means like the things, whatever you can see physically, that
you need to imagine it first, then you have to draw it. If you draw it, make sure you have to make it.
Okay.
Then after you do the design and everybody's approved and everything, then finally it's not possible to make it. Then what's the use?
Yeah.
So that's the stuff, So you have to learn a lot of technical stuff, how to make it and what kind of material you use and how durable is that material. So you have to learn everything. And even if you are making the artwork, then you have to learn how it will produce, like offset printing or screen printing or any other process, So all these details we need to learn.
So what is the difference? Like, can you explain about like offset print and screening print?
Yeah, offset printing basically is if you want to make an image to print,
okay,
they will convert this image to 4 different color: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black.
Okay.
So different color. Then they will make a
like 4 colors.
4 colors. They will convert that. That's why called CMYK. Then first and it's all a screen based, Then first they will print cyan, magenta, yellow, black. So you will get the exact image.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you go and zoom it, you can see all this 4 color printing. And sometimes if you have any logo, it's gold or silver or some other special color, it will go as a 5th color.
Okay.
So that is offset printing. But screen printing is not, because offset is mainly printing on paper. Screen printing is not like that. Screen printing, if you want to print on pen, offset is not possible. You have to do screen printing.
Okay.
Now there is UV printing also.
What is that?
UV printing.
Okay.
So that's a machine printing only. So when you keep your pen, it will print on the pen. So you don't need to do screen printing and do.
That is called
UV printing.
UV printing.
Yeah, there is a lot of machines available: small, medium, large, flatbed. The big 8x4. That also big machines also available now.
So what kind of like how many types of printing is there then? Like you said, like offset printing, screen printing, but UV printing. Is there anything else as well?
Lot of. There is lot of the pad printings. So many stuff. If you want to print on inside the cup, it's a different printing.
Inside the cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and t-shirt and all, you can use screen printing and UV printing. Like, then each surface, and, now there is a 3D engraving and all instead of printing. If you don't want to print, if you want to engrave something, you can do laser engraving. Laser engraving also, you can do the face of the object, inside the object, whatever, 3D.
Okay.
Yeah. You must see some cubes, the printing is inside. That is 3D laser.
And that is called 3D laser.
Yeah.
Like inside the glass or something.
Inside the glass, inside the cube and all, you can print the logo or 3D, whatever it is. And face also, you can do it in the 3D engraving.
So, like 3D printing also, there are so many types
now
of 3D
printing also there, because whatever you can make it in the 3D studio and other stuff, then you can print the same thing on the 3D machine. Now the 3D machine also in very, that new generation printers, it has 3D printing, laser engraving, rotor cutting, everything. It's like a desktop printing. So you can make the prototype, mock-up and all very easy. And so many advertising agencies are using for that now. Because normally the POP display stand, exhibition stands and all, we do the design and we will 3D design. Then normally we will print the big and show it to the client. Nowadays people are doing the 3D printing and show it to the client, so they can see all the
real one.
Real one, all the perspective. They can go inside and see and whatever.
Okay.
And the same thing now people are presenting in this ocular rift, the ocular rift. So people can see virtually, the real world.
It's called like VR.
VR and AR. So the stuff is going up.
So
see, before when I came to Dubai, if you know 3 software, is enough.
Like
Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, or Cocos Plus. That's enough. Now I know more than 30 softwares.
I can see, like when we work together, I saw you are doing so many things. You are doing designing, you are doing video editing, you are doing
animation,
3D modeling.
Now,
man, I just want to know what things you don't know.
That maybe almost I know, but still I am learning.
Yeah, that's true. Because every day.
Because every day, see, now there was a lot of softwares, much easier than what we are using. So we need to learn that, it save our time, life, everything.
Yeah. We need to find the smart way.
Yeah, we need to find the smart way and we need to update ourselves. Otherwise, we'll be out.
Yeah, that's true.
Because before it was like, we are presenting 3D models. Then we'll make a 2D rendering and show it to the client. Now it's not like that. We need to show all the angles. We need to show the animation. We need to show the walkthrough. So people will more idea. And it's very competitive, so we can win the project.
Okay, so I just want to ask one question. Like, let's say in this, like today, if I want to be a designer to work in like in your field, in your sector, what things I should learn first?
First, you have to learn fundamental of the design. Fundamental of the design means, first of all, the planning and visualization. Then second is layout. Then colors. Then typography. Then imagery. Then refinement.
That is fundamental.
That's the fundamental of the design. So, if you know all these 6, this perfectly, then rest all, is just platform.
Like what is the most software?
So softwares like Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign. Then Premiere, After Effects. That is 5 from Adobe. That is the most essential one. Then if you know 3D Studio, Maya, Blender.
So it means like if I want to be a designer, I have to learn all of these.
Most probably. Because first of all, the problem, you cannot use one computer to work on this.
That is true.
Because 3D is not...
it's a very heavy...
Not only the heavy, it's not working on the Mac platform. It's not iOS. So it will work only Windows platform. So you have to buy Windows and Mac. But the same thing you can make it in Blender. So Blender will work in Mac. So sometimes, and Blender is a free software actually. It's a totally free, but it's very powerful software.
For video or 3D rendering?
You can do 3D modeling, rendering, animation, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And Maya also there. Then Cinema 4D is there.
So that is for video editor or for graphic designer?
No, that is for 3D animation modeling.
Okay.
We can do it very easily in 3D. It is Blender and all. But graphic designing, video editing, Premiere and After Effects. Then DaVinci is there. Then Mac one software is there. That is called... there is one software Mac also. But most people are using now Premiere.
For video.
Yeah. And Adobe After Effects is supporting for the VFX and special effects and all. So you can do logo animation and other kind of animations in After Effects.
Yes. And also you should aware about like if you are working in production like designing as a production designer, maybe you should aware about the suppliers as well.
Yeah, we will have a good rapport with the suppliers actually.
Because I could see how did you work and how other people are working. Like the place where I'm working now is like my colleagues, how they are dealing with the suppliers. I can see them like how it is difficult. And then when you are not able to explain them in right way, and then when they give you the output in different things, like I could see those kind of like
because there is a problem actually,
That's what I'm saying.
All the suppliers, if we are a half knowledge, they will cheat us.
That is why
they are not cheating us. They will make oh no, that is not possible. No, that is not possible. What you are saying, the way it doesn't work. So almost all the suppliers will say like that.
Yeah.
And if someone knows very well the supplier, they will say, okay, I understand. We will make it. Otherwise, maybe their technical person is not coming always. So their salesperson or whoever is handling this project, they are coming. So they will say, no, it's not possible. So if you know very well that is possible, then you can make them understand.
I know.
Yeah, so that gap will be there. So
that's why like when we were working together, I could see like how did you handle the things with the suppliers.
Yeah, if I talk to the supplier, I am 100% sure, it will work. If they are not ready, I will make sure it will work.
Yeah, so you have to be you have to know that from...
Yes, because before we start making the design and all, we knows how to make it. So that's the difference.
So how it is difficult to deal the supplies here in UAE then?
Suppliers are very good actually, but everybody will have this work pressure. So we need to manage that. That's it. Otherwise, they are all very helpful.
So we have to follow their process, or we will ask them to follow our process?
They have to follow our process. Only thing, we'll make a deal. How we'll work together.
Yeah.
Then it's easy. If we are talking the language and they are talking the language, if it is same, it's not much difficult. The work will go very smooth.
So only we have to understand how they their process, our process, like
exactly.
we should match.
Because the first of all, they will say do this, do that, and do this. But sometimes we are not agree with that. We say no, because the most of the time we have a brand colors, for example.
Yeah.
So if we are making a logo, there is a brand colors already, and there is a brand guideline. So we used to work with the brand guideline. We need to move from that. But supplier don't know what is brand guideline. They never seen it. So when we give the design, they will say, do that. No. Because we made...
So normally we send guidelines to the supplier as well, or no?
No,
right?
No. Because we are giving them, ready to do the job. That kind of files. So they don't need to do that actually. Then we will specifically say, this color is this Pantone number.
Okay.
This color is this Pantone number. This is a brand color, so you should not change it. So they will follow that.
How many numbers do you know? Like, I know there's lots of numbers, right? The pan numbers.
Yes. Most of the colors I know, yes.
So, like, I know that you are very good in this kind of things. I had one history also, like when you see some color, you can say clearly this is the number the color is.
Yes, sometimes, not every time, because there is more than 5,000 colors, we cannot remember all the colors, but some colors we know, we can recognize it. And normally once we are working with the clients, that colors, we will remember it.
Yeah. So your memory power is good on that one.
No, as a designer, we need to develop this level of detailing.
Okay.
Because that is more important actually. Because level of detailing, the each and everything. Because if I do something, and maybe if there is any typo, I cannot see it. Because I may overread it. But when you read it, you can see it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So we need to practice, we need to we need to see the mistakes first ourselves.
From our side.
Yeah. So that kind of level of detailing we need to practice. That is as a designer is very, very important.
Yeah. I think that is not for the designer. That is comes with everyone. Like for us also.
Everyone. Yeah. But what I am saying designer, because if you are doing a business card and if there is a mistake, nobody is seen it, okay? And it goes to the print, maybe they will print 5,000 cards.
Okay.
So it's
and
loss.
Then there is a mistakes.
Yeah. Then it's totally loss.
Yeah.
But if it is a website...
How often it happens in your work experience? Working
we are human, will have some mistake. But, this most of the time, 2-3 people will check. We check ourselves 2-3 times. And when it is in the monitor, it's very difficult to find the mistake. If you do a small print and see, then you can see it. Because the problem in the monitor, we are not seeing in an actual size.
Yeah.
But when you print and see, it's in actual size. So if it is font size is small or font size is big, and if it is not aligned and whatever, we can see it in the print. So always better we will see the print before it goes to the press.
That is true.
Because others, if like a website, if the phone number is wrong, it's not a problem. We can change it immediately. It doesn't cost anything. But print, it is not like that. So we have to be very careful. Yes. And there is a lot of process also in print. Once we give the file, it will go to the pre-press. Then there is a lot of pre-press artists. They will make this some other, this method of the plate making, that kind of stuff. Then it goes to the machine and print and, so many stuff, so we have to be very careful once it goes from the pre-press.
Okay.
Usually I will go to the pre-press and I will check everything once again. I will ask the proof before it goes to the real print. So we can make any mistake, we can make it there. Okay. And usually I will go the printing time also, then I will check the colors are proper.
Yeah, because I saw...
Because each paper is a different kind of printing, If you print maybe normally people are using art paper. The same color you will not get maybe uncoated paper or some other paper.
Yeah.
So we need to adjust every time to get these brand colors.
I think it depends on the printing, the company as well, the machine itself.
No, machine is a paper.
Okay.
Yeah. If you change the paper, the color will change. There will be small difference. And if you print today one color and you are printing the same paper, same color after 2 weeks also, maybe there is some small variation. You will not get 100%.
That is what I'm trying to understand. Yeah.
And some paper.
Let's say what I'm trying to understand is let's say you got one design and you give it to one company and they printed it that one. And you took the same thing to some other company, like other presses.
There will be some changes in the color.
Yeah, that's why they...
Because that is happening because of the process of the printing.
Okay.
And sometimes if you print on some paper, when it's print, it will match your pattern color.
Yeah.
But after drying, sometimes it won't match.
Why that? Why is it like that?
Some paper are like that. Some matte papers.
So it's a paper itself, the chemical reaction,
No,
or what?
it's a paper itself, because that kind of paper, it will suck the ink.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to the print, we will see immediately it was not dry. So it may be the best color. Then after drying, it will suck the ink, and drying properly, then it may change.
Okay.
Some papers. But normally, so we will choose the paper according to that. If some clients, they will very sensitive in their brand colors and all. So we will recommend that kind of papers. So it doesn't have any problems.
Okay. So that is things. So just I want to know one thing. In your experience, when you start in 1999.
Yeah, 95.
1995 or 1999?
1999 I came to Dubai.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask. In 1999 and now 2022, what are the changes you going through this entire?
Lot of in all aspects there is lot of changes, because for the production line is almost everything is LED now. LED screens, LED, then artificial intelligence, then.
So you mean to say there is it's it's going more digitalized.
Yeah, it's more digitalization. The print is very less now. Because for example, in 2005 and all, people will print 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 brochures and give to everybody. Now, no. Now they are making e-brochure and they may print 100 copies for urgent basis kind of stuff. So most of the people are using e-brochure and e-presentation website, and they are promoting all websites, everything, So the printing is very less. Even the exhibition stands and all, one big wall, if you got it, then they will put the graphics, the large format printing, and they will paste it there. Now that wall is not there. That is a LED wall.
Yeah.
So you can use movie, you can use so many images, and you can run the promotion, whatever. So now that also change. Now is AR, VR and all that kind of experience, and interacting stuff. So there is a lot of difference.
Yeah. So you work as a employee since 1995 too?
No.
And then you started your own things.
That is, I started 2020.
That's what I'm
2020.
No. 2020, yes.
Yeah.
1920, 2020. Yeah. Yeah, my calculation is so you started year 1 things on 2020.
Yes.
So how is the things different when you work for other people and when you work for your own things?
Both are okay. So only thing, if you are working a big team, that mainly if you want to grow your career, so better work with the team. Because the knowledge sharing is very important. Because sometimes, for example, if you work something, in an Illustrator or something, maybe one junior designer, he will make it very easily. Some other method. That kind of stuff, if you are working with a team, you can share it. If I know whatever, then I can show it to him. He knows whatever, he can show it to me. So it will work. If you are working your own, you don't know anything, because what you know, that only you will do. And if you are a team, they will come with sometimes very crazy ideas. So that crazy ideas, how to implement that will be a challenge. If I am working on, I will make my own ideas how work easily. But not every time. But because some clients, they need something very excellent or outstanding, then we will give that kind of ideas and we will make it immediately. But when you work with the team never go behind, they will move step back.
So what do you recommend, like to work with work in the team?
Younger time, better to work with the team. So they can learn a lot of stuff and all. Then after some times, if you are okay, then if you are comfortable to move your own business, that is better always. So you can do your imagination, you can explore whatever you want to do, you can do it. Nobody will stop.
That is true.
Yeah.
So how it is difficult to get when you start your own company, when you business, how it is difficult to get projects, clients?
That is not much difficult, because there is a lot of work in the market. But if you are a good designer and if you are working properly on time, delivery and all, you will get a business.
So it's not.
And there is in these years, there is a lot of friend circle we made it in this region. So, everybody will help us. You don't have work, do this one. That guy is asking for this kind of stuff. Like that, the network will help us.
Yeah, so you should have a good network as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have a very good vendor list. So they will support us. So that is not an issue actually.
Awesome. I think we have very good conversation.
Okay.
Is there anything you would like to add?
No, that's enough.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Harka. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time as well.
Okay.
Thank you so much.